Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day, and today the NFL has announced the Christmas Day schedule for December 25th, of course, and we will see 3 games on Christmas when the last couple years, last year we saw 2 games on Christmas. The year before that, I think it was 1, the 49ers and Ravens. It might have been 2, but I think the last 2 years it's been 2 games. Yeah, it was 2 games. It was the Raiders and the Chiefs, and it was the after that we saw the 49ers and Ravens played, which that was a terrific game we saw a couple years ago. And last year it was the Chiefs and the Steelers, and after the Chiefs and Steelers we saw the Texans and Ravens. And those games were not entertaining at all. The Chiefs blew out the Steelers. As a Texans fan, it was definitely not fun to watch it. My Texans get killed by the Ravens. Those games were not entertaining at all. And so let's get into the games that we will see this year on Christmas. Now, the Chiefs and Broncos, I don't count that as the doubleheader on Netflix. The doubleheader on Netflix is what I think is important. That's the Chiefs Broncos. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a really good game to watch on Christmas night. Especially the Broncos are as good as they were last year. If the Chiefs maybe take a little bit of a step down, and the Broncos take a little bit of a step up. I'm not saying the Chiefs are going to be bad this year. I'm just saying if the Chiefs potentially, just take if the Chiefs have a couple more losses this year than they did around Christmas time. Like last year, the Chiefs only had 1 loss at Christmas time. I'm saying if maybe the Chiefs around Christmas time this year have maybe 3-4 losses, and maybe the Broncos, that division might be a little bit more of an entertaining watch. I still think the Chiefs probably win the West easily, but the division could be more interesting thing to take into. I think this division is probably, just gonna go ahead and say this. I think this division is probably one of the most talented it's been since Patrick Mahomes got drafted, with the Raiders now having Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, and Geno Smith, the Chargers with what they're doing with Harbaugh and Herbert, and the Broncos with the future they have. But that should be a really fun game. But the 2 games that just were announced are the Lions and the Vikings, and the Cowboys and the Commanders. As a Cowboys hater, I am really excited for this Cowboys-Commanders game. I think it's going to be a fun one. 2 good quarterbacks. As much as you can dislike Dak Prescott, just like I do, he's still a good quarterback. He might be overrated, but he is a good quarterback. Jay Daniels is a better quarterback, and that will be a fun matchup, and especially if the division is in a tight race down the season. Same thing goes for the Vikings and Lions, and seeing J.J. McCarthy versus Jared Goff. So I think those 2 games, it's not gonna take much for the Commanders, Cowboys, Vikings, and Lions to be much better than the Chiefs, Steelers, and Texans, Ravens. You really don't have to. I think the Chiefs won like 30-14, something like that. I painfully remember that the Texans lost 31-2. So it doesn't take much more to be better than it was last year. I hope that we see better football. Like 2023, you saw a really good game between the Chiefs and Raiders. 2023, you saw a really good game between the Ravens and the 49ers. I hope we see that again with these 3 games this year between the Commanders and Cowboys, Vikings and Lions, and Chiefs and Broncos. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and peace out.